Ali.
You can hear Stefano coming in.
Ali.
Hello.
Right.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
It's windy.
Good
It's cold,
afternoon.
but it's okay.
It's very sunny in Bahrain, you'll be pleased to know. I'll let me say congratulations on your signing your new contract. It's great to,
Thank you.
so hopefully we'll still be around in 2029.
We don't give up. We just push and that's it. The only thing that we know is like that.
Yeah, well, brilliant. Look, let me start away. Fans, you're talking about you expect a record number of people in Japan. You know, the seats are, the stands are all sold out in Bahrain,
Yes.
which is great news. There's been a massive, I was talking to some of my friends at the BIC and they were mentioning about the demographics. You've done so well, haven't you, with bringing new fans into the race.
Yes.
Is this all inspired by Netflix and how are you going to keep the momentum going?
I think that for sure Netflix has done a part of a job, definitely, because it was also the moment where, due to the COVID, people have more time to spend in front of the PC or TV, and that was helpful for sure. But I think that all the strategy to try to be connected to younger generation paid off to the fact that, of course, we have opened up the social media. You know, the strategy will continue to launch the movie this year with the movie of Brad Pitt and John Krasinski.
I was watching it as I was waiting for you. There's a trailer that you can watch.
Yes.
So, have you got a part in this? Will you be? I'm gonna walk. Are you selling ice creams in the background, or?
Maybe I will be there in 1 second, but the protagonists are the drivers and, of course, Brad and the story around it. It's great. I mean, it's great. I go back to the point that really these are all elements of a strategy to connect with the younger generation. We launched the Kids TV in order to speak with the young fan. So that's really the reason of this success, that is getting more and more younger, is getting more and more diverse. And if you think that in certain markets, for example, US, we have 40% of new fans are women, so that is great. Therefore, we are engaging with new fans that are then on our side, the duty to connect with them and to explain what is, you know, for what. Because at the end of the day, what we were able to do is open the behind the scenes element. Because if you think our sport as the unfortunate situation that you have, helmet, chassis, halo, gloves, you don't see the faces inside, you just watch the eyes. And what we were able to do is really just to unveil what is the real story of the people that are making the real difference for one.
I'm sure Brad Pitt will bring in a few more ladies.
I think so. But I mean, I saw the movie as being, for me, it will be fantastic because it's the first example of something that we were able to do thanks to the collaboration of the teams, the federation, and everyone in a context of a live sport, when the live sport was untouched, because of course it's live sport, but during the live sport we had all these things happening that you will see, you know, when we're going to launch the movie in the middle of June.
Right, I'm looking forward to it. It should be. So again, another boost. Do you think it will be a summer box office smash then? Do you think it will be a winner on the box office?
I do believe so. And on top of that, what we want to do is to launch to the soundtrack of the movie. That will be in the same sort of situation like it was with Top Gun movie.
Yeah.
We had the songs that were very famous. You will see we're going to launch, a soundtrack that will be very, very strong with different, very important singers. So we want to, as I said, be at the center of the attention in a contest that before, a couple of years ago, it seems impossible. It would have been impossible.
On the soundtrack then, just one thing, because you made me think now. What's your favourite song on that? Is there one that you think will be the one that is linked to the movie?
You mean the favorite song? I will listen to the new one. It will be very, very cool. They have different rhythm, different tempo. Everyone has will be connected, like it was in the Top Gun.
Yeah, I know. But is there one song in particular you think?
Yes, I think so, but I cannot say to you that I cannot spoil the author.
That was going to be my scoop. It doesn't matter. So tell me, let's move it on. There's such demand, I noticed, for F1 now, all around the world. How are you balancing between, the historic race venues and these sort of new locations?
Well, the balance is what we need to find because, as you correctly say, today we have a lot of requests coming from all around the world, but it's also important to respect the DNA where the sport belongs. But the good news is that all this interest is giving the boost to the ones that are historical, to make sure that historical is because we are racing since many years there. But there is the need of always investing for the fans, investing for the crowd that are coming. So this kind of situation is pushing all the system to make sure that at the end of the day, you know, everyone, no matter is the year that we started to have races in their places, has to invest for the best of the sport.
Right, that's fantastic. You're talking about new race venues. I know that for years and years people have been talking about Africa. Will it ever get a race? Is that a place, a continent you
Sure.
want? And where would you fit it in?
Stanley, we always said that Africa is the only continent that is missing at the end of the day. But of course, we are in talks with some of the promoters. The real thing is that there is the need to make sure that the ecosystem is ready to sustain a Grand Prix, not for 1 year only, but for a long term. That's the reason why it's taking a long time, because we need to make sure that in a prudent approach, everything will be done with the right balance, with the right partners, and with the right vision to attract fans that can come, you know, every year in a place that we are focusing. So I think that is a middle term investment that we are focusing, of course, but we will never be there just to go touch and go. But if we're gonna be there, it's because we're gonna be there for a long time.
For a long time, okay. Which is exactly how it's worked in the Gulf region. You know, like I know Bahrain.
Exactly.
We're very happy with Bahrain having its long contract now.
I'm so happy because, as you know, my personal relationship with the Crown Prince and with all the Bahrain family is just magic. They were the first, thanks to the vision of the Crown Prince, His Royal Highness, to invest in Formula One since, and I was there in 2003, 2004. So it means a lot to us to go back to a place that is really special.
That's brilliant. You mentioned about the women fans being a new feature, which is great. But what about another woman driver featuring in a Grand Prix anytime soon? Under your watch, maybe?
Well, of course, our investment in F1 Academy is because we do believe there is, we had to set the condition for the woman world to be able, with no barriers, to have the chance to grow and to be able to one day be in Formula One. We always said that it's something that it will not happen in one day, but definitely now the foundation are there. We are attracting now more and more girls that are young that will start on karting and that will grow. And then, of course, the aim for this category is to make sure that more and more in the future, there will be no need to have a separate championship because, as you know, our sport is unique. Therefore, that's I call it an activator of interest, an activator of talents, an activator of quantity on which we can discover the future F1 driver. But I would say the driver is only one side of it because we are activating the interest on the engineering side, the managerial side, the mechanical side. So that's really where we are strong, and we do believe that this platform is helping the interest of a diverse community to the Formula One world.
Brilliant. Talking again about Bahrain, obviously we're very, very excited about McLaren. Fabulous start to the season. Obviously, that's the Bahrain link to McLaren.
So proud for the Crown Prince, for the investment that the Bahrain did with McLaren. So very happy for Zach and Andrea. They are doing a magnificent job, and I think that is a team that is young, energetic, and is bringing a smile. And on top of the competitive level that they have now, with two young talented drivers that are showing, you know, what is the Formula One of the future. That's a guarantee of a great success of the future.
Yeah, that's brilliant. We're so happy that they're doing well, and long may it continue. Let's get a home victory for them next race. Next season, there's so many changes, aren't there? New cars, new fuel. Originally, I was thinking when I was going to ask you this question, why fix something that's not broken? Because it's so competitive, it's so wonderful. So, but do you have to keep going? Do you have to keep changing?
It's a good question study. The real issue is that when you, well, the real point is when you decide to do a change, there is always a reason why. So when there was taking that decision, there was the need to involve other manufacturers. There was the need to think versus a more sustainable approach of the interest of Formula One. So that's why we are going to sustainable fuel, and that's the reason why next year we are going in this direction. I do believe that, as always, when there is a step change of regulation, there will be more gaps than what we live in today, but the regulation is set in a way that these gaps eventually will be recovered quicker. And we don't have to be worried about changes, because that has been always the nature of Formula One. F1 has been, with cycles, and I think that it will be in the interest of the community of Formula One to see if there is any big difference coming out, to make sure that there will be in a common interest approach, the right decision to make sure that this will be kept as short as possible in terms of time to recover eventually. But we need to be positive, as always. Before a change, as always, there is the worry that why, but at the end of the day, this is pushing F1 to a next level. That's really the nature of Formula One.
And Cadillac coming on board, is that right?
Yeah, Cadillac is another good news that is coming in with a great manufacturer from US, bringing attention from United States, and one of the bigger manufacturer in the world.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That will please Mr. Trump. Tell me, anything you'd like to add? Thank you for your time, obviously. But is there anything that you've got any message to our readers, our followers, and the people of Bahrain?
No, I would say I just want to thank the people of Bahrain for the love and the energy that they normally bring when we are coming there. It's one of the most loved Grand Prix because of the people, that they have a true passion for our sport. They have a true passion for all the people working in our environment. Therefore, really looking forward to be there next week.
Brilliant. Okay, well, safe travels. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to.
We'll see you next week.
You take care. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.